Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever looked at an incredible pen drawing and thought, how in the world did they do that? How did they make it look so realistic with nothing but black line? And if you're really struggling with rendering your ink drawings and you don't know what kind of hatch marks to use, then it's probably because you're trying to do way too much with your drawing. You see, hatching can honestly be simplified into three different marks. And when you pair them with this one super powerful principle of art and design, something magnificent will begin to happen on your paper. After studying years of Frank Frazetta's and John Buscema's iconic ink drawings, I learned something that really made this pen and ink stuff just click. And I noticed similar methods used by figure drawing artists like Glenn Vilppu's amazing art. And it became evident why these breathtaking pieces of art stood out from beginner students and beginner artists. So if you'll just give me 10 minutes of your time, I promise that these techniques will catapult your pen and ink skills light years ahead of schedule. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost, you're gonna need to familiarize yourself with the best hatch marks out there. There are three of them, and they are so good that they can either be used by themselves or complementary with each other. They are your parallel hatch line, your cross contour hatch, and your contour hatch. And please, you do not need to waste your time learning any more than these, because these hatch marks can literally make anything 2D look 3D instantly. Okay, so let's look at the parallel line hatch. Let's take this simple pointless cone shape and give it a light source. Let's do a 3/4 front light source. The parallel line hatch will be lines that are equally spaced from each other. You don't want to vary the line spacing on this one, because the goal with this hatch is really to create even tone. These hatch marks will act like your midtones. I use these for adding tone to my ink drawings the same way that charcoal artists add tone to their paper with broad charcoal marks before their drawings. So if an object is mostly in shadow, then start off by filling the areas that need midtones with these parallel hatch lines. And don't worry about form yet. Just add lines to darken the value. They don't have to be a certain curve or a certain style. They're just to add tone. Okay? Next is the cross contour hatch line. Get familiar with this hatch because it is the most versatile hatch that you can use, and it really is responsible for describing the actual volume of your form. So it's these lines that cut across your form, and they're used countless times to depict the volume of an object. All right, so the last hatch is called the contour line hatch, and it really is one of the most underutilized marks. This hatch runs alongside the original shape's contour line. When used right, you can really simplify the way you add dimensionality and depth to all your forms. Okay? So now let's see them in action when you use them together with the most powerful principle in art and design called value, specifically value grouping. The element of value grouping forces us to look beyond the details, and it really does simplify anything we see into basic shapes. We call this value grouping. You must begin training your brain and your eyes to see shapes that the values make in the objects that you're rendering. Looking at the back of this figure model, you can see that there is a unification of value on one side. This is where you would add in your parallel hatch lines to tone the paper. Keep looking and you'll see how adding in cross contour lines instantly adds volume to the trapezius, the latissimus dorsi, and the rhomboids of the back. Next, look at how longer forms can benefit from contour hatch lines that run along the contour lines of the form. Remember, leave the highlighted areas alone. You may feel compelled to hatch everywhere. Don't. Keep it simple. Practice these three hatch marks and experiment with value grouping to see just how effective this simple method can be. I want you to remember this. Take notes, write it down, and stick with this method for hatching. Use the parallel hatch lines for adding tone, rendering value. Use the cross contour lines for describing volume and form. It's what makes the cylinder looks round and your shape voluminous. And last, use the contour hatch lines for sudden indications of shadow. It is the soft hatch line of the group. All right, I really do hope this helps you all. And if it did, please consider liking and subscribing for weekly pen and ink videos designed to help you get better at using your pen drawings. I believe that we're all created by God with a purpose, so let's develop our gifts for His glory. And also, check out any of these videos, which are on either side of me. They have tons of drawing tips, methods that are guaranteed to help you out. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.